Right, just carry on. I'm doing a bit on the mobile and a bit on the Kodak. Look at the size of that tree, everyone. Massive, isn't it? No, it's sad that it's not open, and the woman's not even replying. I've left 2 messages now. I'm going to try one more time before I leave, but I could come back another day. It's worth it just to go in that church, because I know they've got nights and they've got stained glass windows and memorials in there, possibly to our lot, the Oakes, and other families. That's a very substantial grave over there of Oakes, and it was spelt that way sometimes. One of my further back in time great grandfather spells his name O-A-K-E-S. From Borough Green, he spells his name like that. It's never been open. Whenever I've visited, it's never been open. They never ever leave it open. They can't, because of the stained glass. It's a gorgeous church though, isn't it? Love a bit of pebble dash there. Little net curtains with some even little bits of stained glass in the window frames there. I know there's some more oak graves over there, but I'm making my way gradually round in the clockwise direction. Hasted, that sounds familiar. Henry Hasted, BA. Ah. That looks rather Polish, doesn't it? For Oake. King is a very popular name all over the place, I've noticed. I've got no idea if a Musk ever got here. I don't think so, but it's possible. Rushbrook. There's a place called Rushbrook. I don't think, once again, sturgeon. Yeah, we got sturgeon, some bird of Isaacson back in time. Like I said, it has been done before, but never videoed. Never videoed like I'm doing now. Yeah, in a strange sort of way I was directed here, because I was on my way to Horinger. I didn't know if I'd have time to do these. coat of arms there. Like I said, I think there's lots of really good stuff in there, but we can't get in. Let me just turn off a minute. Right, so at the other end of the church in the corner, more or less now, we've got lots of oaks. A very military family, I think. We've got this one here. There's probably more than one in here, but the inscriptions are sort of a bit vague, unless he had the whole of this to himself. Henry James Lionel Oakes died 11th of November 1944, aged 65. And then we've got another quite substantial monument. There's even a baby grave there of an oak. These people were of significance. They might have been tied up with the early Barclays Bank. They also lived near Littlewell, Nowton. There was a big manor house there. And apparently the oaks, it's all recorded somewhere in all my tree stuff. The Oaks lived over there in the big manor house as well. So they were a well-to-do family, this particular Oak family. And there'll be more about them inside the church, but the woman's not replying, which is a bit unfortunate. I'm going to try again. Here we got the beloved, to the beloved memory of Laura Eliza Josephine, wife of Lieutenant Colonel O.H. Oakes, born the 31st of May 1856, called away 18th of Feb 1925. She loved much. Also of Orbell Henry Oakes, Lieutenant Colonel of the Worcestershire Regiment, born 19th of June 1851, died 2nd of June 1939. A good soldier of Jesus Christ. Then we got Eva, their second daughter, 21st of December 1883 to the 7th of March 1974. So these people came into the 20th century. Then we got another big one here of in affectionate memory of Georgina Anne Emily Oakes, of dearly beloved wife of Henry James Lionel Oakes. She died the 24th of February 1933, aged 75. The present is fullness of joy. Then over here we've got Orbell Ray Oakes, DSC, JP, 1920 to 1988, and Joyce Oakes, 1922 to 2017. So when I first came here, she was still very much alive. Okay, she was still very much alive. And then we've got in loving memory of James Scudamore Oakes, born in Kenya, Najoro, 1927 and died 1994, and his beloved wife Gillian Walsham Oakes, Nee Hopkins, 1933 to 2017. So there's two died in 2017 here. And then you've got, and now is that an oak tree? I bet you anything that's an oak tree. And then you've got a little baby here. Little baby Peter Clifton, infant son of George and May Oak. He died August 1931, 17th of August. Doesn't say he was an infant. So he was a little tiny baby buried here with his family. So I've got to do some more research on this Oakes family that are tied up with Barclays Bank. They're wealthy people, lived in a big house. over at Little Well Neatham area. They probably have more than one property, but so this was in a way I've been brought here because this wasn't on my agenda today. This was on the later list if I could fit it in, and I'm glad I fitted it in because it's reminded me of them again. And I'm going to keep on at that woman because I'll drive back over to see this inside of this church. I would drive back over here. It's that important, you know. They're very busy putting a grave in. I'll just have a very quick look because I don't want to disturb them. Don't you? No. Right, just turn off a minute. Right, I've just come to have a little sit down for a minute, although it's not in the shade. Another view of the church here. As I came through, I saw two little graves, so I sort of thought I'd have a look. And under that tree there's a little plaque. And that's an oak tree that's been planted. Or that plaque has been put by that oak tree. So that's quite nice, isn't it, really? And there's a little bit of an oak branch I'm going to keep as a souvenir. This little bit here. I'll just keep that a little bit, I think. Yeah, so here we've got, he's buried in the churchyard there, but James Scudamore Oakes, 1927 to 1994, and Gillian Walsham Oakes, 1933 to 2017, Kyrkus Robur. So I wouldn't have known that, would I? I just came through the door, literally came across, just thought I'd see what these graves were. And, you know, this lovely oak tree's been planted there. It might have been planted there. When did he die? 94. Yeah, this could be that old, this tree here, this oak planted for him. With beautiful views over the Suffolk countryside, of course. All the way over, look. Nowton Park down there, which was once the land that belonged to the Stutvilles, Sir Martin Stuttville. And don't know who this is, but obviously in loving memory of Janet Ann Stewart. She was born the same year as me, look. 30th of May 1952 to the 7th of April 2021. Daughter of Charles and Peggy Arnold. Beloved mum, nanny, sister and friend. Dearly loved and missed. So she would be 73 like me now. And she died when she was in her late 60s. That's me on there. And then we've got, who's this? Oh, a bird like sitting on this one. Yeah, a little bird like sitting on this one. Right, just going to do something with the mobile as well. Hold on. Over and out.